Hey guys, Disorder Magic here, and it's time for an overlooked but awesome card, which if you're not familiar with the series, because I haven't added to it lately, basically cards that not everybody's heard about, some older obscure stuff, might be modern legal, might not be, but it's just like nobody plays it or nobody's heard of it. And by nobody, I mean that's a little generous. Some of the cards in this list, it's just, well, okay, 75% of people have heard of it, but if you haven't, oh my god, here it is, put it in a deck. And boy, have I heard that comment before. People are like, how have I not seen this card before? Well, this is one of the ones where, I mean, it was printed 11 times somewhat recently. You've probably heard of it, but for the couple people that haven't, it is definitely worth taking a look at. I just found out this is legal in Modern. I do not know, legitimately I have no idea, how this did not make it into my Black Kill deck. I don't mean to give it away or anything, you'd probably just guess what card it was, but okay, here we go. Here's why this is the perfect OBA card. One, put it into everything. If you are running a black commander deck, you put this in. There is no ifs, ands, or buts, or maybes, you put this card in it. Second, it was printed 11 times, I don't think you'll have trouble finding it. And third, it's 59 cents retail. So if you're already as excited as I am, good. It is Royal Assassin. It's a 1/1 for 3 and it's double black, which honestly, Black Devotion, why not? That's actually a pretty big deck right now with Grey Merchant. But, 1/1, who cares? He's fragile. You could just sneeze on him. He'll probably die. But you tap him and destroy target tapped creature. So they have one turn and one turn only while he has Summoning Sickness. And then they're going to start losing stuff real quick. Well, either that or they'll just stop attacking you completely because the creature has to be tapped in order for you to destroy it. Either way, that's pretty good. I mean, effectively, it's kind of a wash because the creature would be gone in that case. Can you believe that this doesn't cost anything? I mean, even like the big flying demons, they're like, you got to pay 3 to like force them to sack something, or you sack an artifact and they get a -2, -2 or something. I mean, this is just removal on a stick. This makes Isochron Scepter look bad. And I don't know if you've seen Isochron Scepter prices lately, but that's kind of a popular card. So now you guys know how in alpha and beta some cards were not overpowered at the time, but in today's Magic it's absolutely insane, so they kind of tend to not print it past 8th edition, because they were just like, okay, this was a mistake, if this goes with anything else it'll be OP, we're just not going to do it. Well, that or it was on the reserve list just by random chance. Either way, I think they missed this one, because this was printed in Alpha, Beta, Unlimited Revised, 4th edition, and then it was reprinted in 8th edition, 9th edition, 10th edition, and then it was reprinted again in M10, M11, and M12. And honestly, I don't mean to imply that it's overpowered, but it's powerful. I mean, some of you are probably already thinking, let's throw this in a deck. I mean, I am. This is absolutely going into my White-Black Commander deck, and it's absolutely going into my Modern Black Kill deck. Now, the funny thing is, since this is legal in Modern, Legacy, Vintage, and Commander, obviously, the more cards you mix it with, the more likely you are to do something really broken with it. Now, I wouldn't necessarily build an entire deck around this, but if you had tap effects and then untap cards, okay, you could get away with some kind of fun stuff. I mean, if I remember correctly, there's like a 2-cost, I don't know, Merfolk or something like that was printed recently where you can just tap it and then untap any other permanent you own. That includes lands, by the way, which is why people use it with Nykthos. But, yeah, you can get a 2-for-1 special. It's just, if you're destroying a creature every single turn, except for when he has Summoning Sickness, do you really need to do it 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times in a turn? Probably not, but it would be kind of funny. So overall, I mean, for those of you who haven't seen this before, it just wasn't, first in your mind when you went to build a deck, just put it in something. This card's absolutely amazing. And honestly, for 59 cents, even if your local gaming store sells it for triple that, just pick up 4 of them because you don't know what it's going to go in. I mean, 2 years from now, you could be using a deck that you're building it, and you're like, oh, I need to repeatedly destroy creatures because that's what this deck is missing. Ding, 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 here you go, get out your trade binder. So hopefully this card really inspired some of you to, I don't know, do something with it. It's so simplistic, it's so obvious, and honestly, if they burn a removal spell or like a lightning bolt on this, you probably have better things in your deck that would merit it more, except not really because they really have to stop this. Those cards are commonly referred to as lightning rods because they, well, soak up lightning bolts, honestly. And they force your opponent to use cards. I wouldn't say waste cards because it's not wasted. You're blowing up a creature every turn. But they force them to use removal cards so that you can get something even better on the field. But considering this is Avatar of Woe, except not 8 mana, it's 3 mana, yeah, I think you could find some use for it. So hopefully you guys like this. If you did, you could always watch the rest of the playlist. I think this is number 77. There are some really, really out there cards on this list. It's a pretty entertaining playlist, so check them out, and I will see you guys next video.